Hi Pisces, welcome to your Their Next Move reading for July. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This could resonate with yours or their moon, rising, or Venus sign also. I have done it, I've laid it out this way instead of doing it on camera because I hurt my hand, and I don't, it's unsightly. And I don't want to, so you'll just be seeing this hand. I can do it with this one, but I just, here it is, right? Gross, there it is. Okay, so what happened, my eyes water from time to time and they get, just whatever. It's annoying, but you don't think anything of it. Well, it blurs my vision sometimes and I don't think about it because I'm just so used to it, whatever. And, getting new glasses and all that. And I misjudged the distance when I was pouring the hot water into the cup. So, yeah. And everything was going fine. Well, it wasn't, but it happened Monday and I just thought I'd keep it. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was, and I thought I'd keep it, covered and dressed and whatever. And then I went to change the bandage, and that I just basically had to start all the way over again because any progress that was made in the healing came right off with the bandage. So that wasn't fun. So now it's just kind of open and airing out and gonna heal that way. And I've got a bunch of salve on it. I'm good. It's just unsightly. So, okay. So we got Tower, that could be Scorpio. 8 of Cups. King of Wands, that could be Sagittarius. The Empress, Taurus, Libra, or Aries. Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. All right. You got somebody looking for a reprieve and wanting to kind of right some wrongs, or I think this might be somebody that doesn't know which end is up. I think they miss comfort. I think this is someone looking for a safe landing, whether this is new or old. It feels like somebody coming back. It feels like somebody that is fresh out of their own current situation and is thinking of you. So there's a lot of that going around again. The nostalgia, the sort of returning, and I think there's a retrograde active right now. So the reaching out would make sense as far as anything built on that reaching out. But we've got reaching out nonetheless. So what's this 8 of Cups here? What's this 8 of Cups for Pisces? The Chariot, that could be Cancerian. All right. The Tower, yeah. This is King of Wands. The Tower again. What's this Empress? Seven of Swords. This Page of Swords. Hermit, that could be Virgo. All right. This could be someone, honestly, that is like just realizing what's important. That all of a sudden is just like, I know what I want now. I've realized this. I've come full circle with something. I've changed my mind. I want this. I know what I want now. But it also could be that you're the first person they think of after, like I said, ending this current situation. And it's about strategically securing their comfort, quite honestly. This is somebody that likes being taken care of. To be fair, they could come with that awareness about themselves. They could have realized that, but it's more along the lines of, you were the best partner I had because you took the best care of me. They're not really making a leap that they like to be the beta or that sort of thing. So this very well could be them kind of reaching out a little bit to let you know that they've been thinking and they've realized a lot and they want to talk to you about what they've realized. And maybe they won't reach out, but they're thinking about you and they're thinking about reaching out. This is somebody that has been thinking about you and a situation with you a lot. You might not hear from them directly, but might be aware of them all of a sudden asking about you again or following you on your social medias, or they're going to establish a re-entry at some point. What's this Wheel of Fortune about? Whoopsie. Okay, so that one was going to come out. 5 of Pentacles. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Yep, that's why. 9 of Pentacles. Because they're worried about security and the unknown changes happening. So this is them not, especially if they've just gotten out of a situation, or they're feeling set adrift because they're leaving a situation, they've left a situation. Their main priority is security. They might be feeling nostalgic. They might be feeling like, again, because they like having their needs met, they like being taken care of. You were the best at that. So this is a return to you. Just saying. It just kind of feels like it's one of those things that they've had time to think, or it's been enough time to where they feel confident in saying whatever, and it's gonna be some kind of grand realization or grand gesture on the heels of their situation changing drastically. So they're just going to come out of some upsetting news. Things have changed for them on their end, and they're going to be looking up old contacts, basically. That's not to diminish them reaching out, but it is primarily because they've just been, it's a comfort concern. They don't know what's going to happen next. They're concerned. They like a certain comfort level, and they're not able to provide that for themselves. I'm not trying to talk down here. It's just that's the dynamics here. That you've got someone that is going to be strategically trying to line up the next situationship, primarily because they feel set adrift and they're not feeling very confident in their prospects alone. All right. So you are going to find out somehow, some way. They're either going to contact you directly, or you're going to be aware of them asking around about you, following you. There's going to be renewed interest in you that you're going to be made aware of. So probably socials, you're going to notice more activity from them on your socials. The thing is that it's kind of testing the waters to see, because the way things were left with this person, this is someone that's not just going to be that's going to feel like they could come back and go, okay, I know what I want now, or hey, I've thought about it and I'm good now. The way things were left, this is not somebody who feels very secure. So they're going to want to first test the waters and see where you're at and how receptive you would be to contact with them. So hence the soft opening, or the kind of the lurking around before they actually do something about it. But this is primarily driven by recent upsets and changes in their life that have really prompted them to reevaluate where they're at right now and seek a certain level of solace and comfort from someone. Yeah, just saying. All right. What else for Pisces? What's for Pisces? The Hermit again, so that could be Virgo. So we've got somebody that's been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of internal work, perhaps. And this isn't something they're just going to right away all of a sudden react. Like there's been a back burner. The things have been on the back burner with them for a while. It's just that their present situations of upheaval and kind of being unsettled and not knowing what's going to happen next have taken it from them thinking about you to them actually wanting to reach out to you to see what's what. And it's all because of their feeling insecure about being able to take care of themselves moving forward. Their world or life has changed so much that, like, they might have even lost their job and evicted, or there's a lot that could have happened that is really upsetting, and there's upheaval, and this is someone primarily seeking out solace. So it doesn't even have to be romantic, quite honestly. This could just be an old friend, a family member, you know, someone wanting to repair a relationship because, oh, and by the way, can I borrow such and such, or can we move in for a couple months? We're really in a bad way right now, that sort of thing. What else for Pisces? Abundance. Okay. You have it, they want it. They're in search of it. You've established that for yourself. You're good. You're self-sufficient, self-sustaining. It feels like they're worried about that's kind of left open-ended for them, and that's why they're sniffing around again. That's something that you always had, and as far as they were concerned, we're not talking, you know, about a lifestyle or this or that. It's just that you prioritized taking care of things. That was something that, you know, you always landed on your feet, or that was always something that you did well when the two of you were together. And because they're uncertain about their own ability to do that, that's the main interest here. Pisces. 10, page 3, King, 8. Okay. So Pisces, we got 7, 8. Okay, so we got 4 of Swords on its side and the Chariot reversed. So it's Chariot here and the Chariot reversed. So we got 4 swords on its side. Someone's getting restless. They're just not, they're not settled. And we've got the Chariot reversed, which is, that's not someone on a up streak, or you know, this is not someone on a good streak. This is not someone in the flow. Rather, this is someone that is maybe starting to go off the rails, or things are starting to unravel. There's no, they're not progressing. Things aren't working out the way they wanted, and so they're looking for solace and comfort and a place to kind of maybe hole up and heal. You know? Just saying. Yeah, okay. And honestly, like, this is someone that's kind of slow to act anyway, but they are feeling a bit of pressure because it's like everything is upended for them, and they're kind of like, oh, I need to handle this, and they're just, so there's kind of this frantic energy too, but they're slow to act. So it could just be that indirect making their presence known, but they're not going to reach out yet because they want to see how they react to you being aware of them. Again, it's very strategic. This is someone that does not take risks. They don't put themselves out there. Everything has to be very safe for them before they act. And I don't even think they're on your radar, to be honest. But because you're kind of doing your own thing. But just be ready that you're probably going to be very aware of them very soon, and it's primarily they're not in a good way right now. So, all right. I hope this was helpful. I wish it was more uplifting, but I also think that you're in a good place, and at least you now know that if they come sniffing around again, you're like, oh, yeah, well, it's because it's not because of you, it's for what you can do for them or provide, or which still sounds crappy when I say it. Nonetheless, I thank you for stopping by and looking at my gross fingers, and I hope this was helpful for you. Much love to you this July, and I hope to see you in the next reading. All right, take care.